Welcome, misery lovers. It's Dr. Misery with a shocking story from South America, which I'm sure won't surprise you. South America has a reputation for its brutality when it comes to murders committed by drug cartels on their rivals, but this case shocked Brazil for its particular level of cruelty and the shocking way 3 young women were executed. On the morning of March the 2nd, 2018, 3 women, Darcel Anselmo de Alencar, Nina Mota, and Ingrid Ferreira, who had a 3-year-old child, incidentally, were kidnapped and brutally tortured and executed on the orders of Mittel, a convicted drug trafficker belonging to the State Guardians faction, or GDE as they're also known. From inside a prison in Grande Fortaleza and using a smuggled-in cell phone, Mittel contacted other gang members and ordered Nina Mota to be murdered for selling drugs on a rival's turf and being a member of a rival faction called Comando Vermelho. Carrying out his orders, the other 2 women, Darcel and Ingrid, were also kidnapped simply for having the unfortunate luck of being with Nina at the time of the kidnapping and being potential witnesses. The 3 victims were taken to a mangrove along the Rio Carreira in the Vila Velha area of Brazil. Once there, all 3 were cruelly tortured and their murder recorded as instructed by Mittel, who wanted to imitate the barbaric execution videos produced by Islamic terror groups like ISIS. The video was designed to be a warning to anyone who is thinking about joining any opposing faction. In the gruesome video released on the internet, Darcel is seen to be forced to recite a confession that she tore the shirt from Comando Vermelho and joined the rival group. The video then cuts to her bloody face, and you see signs that she's endured a brutal beating at the hands of her captors. She sits on the ground begging for her life, but this is ignored and she is shot in the head. After her dead body falls back, they proceed to hack at her neck with what appears to be a blunt machete and remove her head. While that was a gruesome way to die, the worst was kept for Nina. Nina is shown next to be talking to the camera and confessing her supposed crimes. She is then ordered to put her hands on a fallen tree log, and one of the gang members hacks off her fingers. Not happy all the fingers haven't been removed, they order her to put her hand back down on the log and hack at her hand until it's a bloody mess. I, personally, have to take a week off if I get a paper cut. I can only imagine the pain she must have been going through. But the worst was yet to come. Nina is next shown sitting in a muddy pit, begging for her life. A masked man stands over her with a machete and orders her to hold out her right arm. Clearly in fear and hoping her compliance will make her captors spare her life, her arm is hacked off at the elbow and thrown in front of her. He then proceeds to rain his machete down on her, hitting her on her leg and body. One can only imagine the pain and fear she must have been feeling. She even helps to support her arm at one point, so her captor has an easier job hacking it off. The video then cuts to Nina being beheaded very slowly. Then the body parts are thrown into a muddy hole and the gang members all celebrate like the barbarians they are. Ingrid's murder wasn't part of the video, but court papers indicated she was beheaded while still alive. After the 3 women were reported missing, the mother of one of the victims, knowing she was most likely murdered, made a desperate plea for her body. She said, "I want at least my daughter's body so I can bury it." The other girls' mothers also made statements about the case and feared they would also be murdered. One said her daughter did not belong to any criminal organization and may have been killed for being in bad company. After a week-long search by the civil and military police and the military fire department, their decomposing and mutilated bodies were found in a ditch that served as a makeshift grave covered in mud and foliage. After an extensive investigation, 6 suspects were arrested and put on trial. Francesco Robson de Souza Gomez, who was Mittel, Bruno Oliveira, Gilson Lopez Perez, who filmed the murders, Jonathan Lopez Clemente Silva, Leo Biffo, and Rogero Barretas. They all face charges of aggravated homicide, torture, concealment of a corpse, and conspiracy. Leo Biafo made a statement through his lawyer that he complied with the police investigation and gave all the details of the crime. He said, "I told everything because I'm not going to answer for something I didn't do. I want to leave the faction, but if I leave, I'll be killed because we all know that's what happens." In 2019, the trial concluded with the judge passing down a combined total of 335 years imprisonment for the defendants. Mittel received the longest sentence of 85 years and 6 months for being the mastermind of the crime.